Hey, hi, I'm Muni Vinay. I'm head of technology and innovation at the FairPrice Group supply chain. My journey has been so far fantastic. I could able to gain valuable insights into how people process technology works in tandem, not just in the supply chain business unit, but across the FairPrice Group business entities, right? I think it lays the foundation to understand the business in detail and how our initiatives leads to the social cause in Singapore, correct? And predominantly what I do at supply chain business unit, I drive the transformations using technology to lead the efficiencies across the operations, correct? And then this could be using a combination of technologies, say for example, autonomous solutions, the hardware robots, and cutting edge warehouse management and supply chain solutions as such. So what does my role mean in the FairPrice Group supply chain? So it focuses on planning all the inventory management across the group, correct, with the technology, and scaling up with a secure and reliable infrastructure at the same time, right? That's critical. And this, in turn, will be supported by nurturing and mentoring high-class, high-performing in-house talent in the technology team. So basically, it again encompasses our own version of people, process, and technology. That's an interesting question. If you talk about using AI to optimize product management within a retailer like us, I think we need to look at a comprehensive approach to deal with the problem. Basically here you need to look at the entire network, all the way from my upstream activities like weather conditions, how my suppliers are behaving, and how are the crop patterns, etc., right? And on top of that, how are my export-import activities are getting impacted because of the macroeconomic factors going on across the world. And then comes down, okay, once I have these identified and then predicted, how well I manage at the warehouse, right? There are two stages to it. So which is where what we are trying to do, we're collaborating with a partner to implement a predictive solution. So basically it uses AI technologies like reinforcement learning, and then it factors in all the external parameters that I just talked about, and then works in tandem with a human-in-loop last-minute request from the stores and all that, and then it could able to provide a real-time prediction about how much products and inventories that are needed at the stores and in the warehouse. So that solves my prediction problem. That's my upstream problem. But when you come down, translate it down, what my warehouse needs to do to support this is where we are planning to leverage technologies like digital twins to design our warehouse, say for example, the picking and then the flow of operations inside the warehouse to be store friendly, to be able to support just-in-time inventory management and increases the throughput. We don't want inventory to be sitting in the warehouses for a longer time so that we can utilize the space better, isn't it? It improves the cash conversion eventually. So ideally, yes, you need to combine these two stages, these two technologies together to piece through, solve the product problem, right? And use AI efficiently in this case to manage it well. Yes, so that's how we solved the upstream problem, right? It could be able to predict well and then give us the numbers real time. But how do you translate that into your warehouse? So this is where we are planning to leverage a combination of technologies. First, we use digital twins to simulate how best to manage the inventory and just in time within the warehouses. Then we also realize the kind of automation technologies. I'm talking about the physical robots, the physical autonomous machinery that you can implement within the warehouse to achieve the store-friendly flow. So yeah, that's about it. So once you use these two technologies in tandem, upstream AI, automated prediction, and then downstream digital twin robotics enabled operations will definitely help you better manage your perishable and product management within the organization. Right. So I've been talking to a couple of subject matter experts in the industry who drive AI initiatives. What I've been hearing, right, most of the AI projects doesn't go well. It's not because they don't have in-house data scientists. They don't have ecosystem or basically the infrastructure to support such initiatives and scale them up. POCs, pilots all work well, but the moment you want to scale up the AI initiatives at an enterprise level, it's a multifaceted approach. So first you need to fix your infrastructure right. So while you're fixing it, you don't want to build a complicated platform. You need to build a cloud-based, low-code platforms and ecosystems, which not just enables your tech teams, but in this case, quickly train the operations and users with these low-code technologies and then develop in-house operation consultants, right? And so similar to what we have in the current technology world, like the business analyst. So they could be able to foster these environments quickly, and then the knowledge curve is faster and quicker, and then you can tap into it well. And what I also see in the industry, which we are dealing it in a different way, is you need to fix your data first. You need to thrive and build an end-to-end ecosystem where your data quality and then data management should be like very critical. Unless and until you feed the healthy data into the AI models, you couldn't get the accuracy that you're looking for, correct? So fix your data part. And last but not the least, like I said, the talent is also important. You need to have a highly skilled professionals. In this case, we are dealing with cloud practitioners, right? Certified cloud data engineers, certified cloud data AI professionals, and infrastructure professionals. A combination of such people to enable to establish this platform, and then we use them to train some of these operations to quickly onboard and then utilize the solutions and space. So and then that's how you need to have these blocks, fundamental blocks in place. And then once you have them, automatically then you can think about integrating these solutions healthily and effectively in your organization. Oh, so I was just talking about it, and then that's actually a good follow-up question to what I was talking to previously. No, you're right. I mean, like I said, data has been fundamental, like electricity is what they call, right? The modern electricity in the organization. So just like if you feed the garbage in, you get the garbage out. So handling a quality data is very critical. So at FairPrice Group and supply chain technology, so we rely heavily on a well-architected data governance framework. So what do I mean by that, right? So first of all, you should have a clear layout of who is responsible for what, who's governing and managing the data, who owns the data, and then who are acting as custodians of the data. Defining that is critical. And then on top of that, what you also need to do is you need to have a data integrity, right? Meaning you need to trust the data. So how do you create that trusted data ecosystem? So in this case, right, this is where we are starting to develop common data models using our analytical teams, like for example, customer 360. Say for example, supply chain operations perspective, my trade 360, my e-commerce operations 360. And we are coming up with these kind of a common data models, and then we keep them as a single source of truth. This, powered by a strong, monitoring tools, both reactive and proactive, that monitors the data quality in the real time, right? So we also put measures in the place to have necessary approvals in the place, and then also necessary rules management in the place to make sure the data flows into the AI models are of high quality. Correct? That's important. And last but not the least, data privacy is also critical, which means you're using a customer data. In this case, FairPrice, we use a connected ecosystem, right? Connected digital ecosystem, not just from the FairPrice Group app, but also from a trust bank and an entire ecosystem. So we need to use their data sensibly and then ethically inside the organizations, which is where the AI governance plays a critical role. So we implemented that too. And last but not the least, it all boils down to the security aspect as well. So you got to protect your customer data, right? So which is fundamental to your data operations too. So for example, again, we look at implementations like encryption standards, encryption strategies, not just in the flow, but also while the data is at the rest, and masking capabilities and strong identity access management capabilities to the data provides that safety and security to the data that you manage. So all in all, if you look at me, data security, privacy, integrity, common data model, single source of truth, and then having a responsible data teams who knows what to do, right? And who knows who owns the data, and then who knows who manages the data. That clear-cut fundamentals frame the strong data governance framework. all in all, which also enables a high quality AI models. So I think I talked about talent, right? How talent is critical. And then in this case, you need to look at two ways, right? One, of course, you have your tech team, first of all, who should be able to enable this entire AI ecosystem, like I said, the low-code ecosystem to run. So you need a set of people. So here you need to look at hiring the right talent, and then if you're not able to hire the right talent, at least have an upskilling program, cloud certifications, partnering with the cloud enablers and the third-party AI tools to get familiarized with what is needed in the organization. That's critical. So you're playing a role of, in this case, a mediator, right? You're building a platforms which uses an operations team use to achieve the output that you're looking at, the efficient operations that they're looking at. But on the other hand, if you ask me, 5 years back, AI was a very niche skill, not everybody able to do it. But thanks to solutions like generative AI, it puts a powerful AI solutions into the palms and hands of the operations. What does it mean? So which means that when, for example, in our group, FairPrice group, so we're building that Gen AI low-code platform by our strong set of people that I was just talked about, right, in the cloud. And then we are making it available for all my users to use it with low code and then with a little bit of a training. So what happens with that? I carry as an operations and users subject matter expert in my business unit. I know how to do my picking, but by then can I use Gen AI, utilize, feed in the data, ask right questions? Can I optimize my picking process? So in this case, what we are dealing with is like a citizen AI developers. And this is where tech skills are embedded into my operations and users easily. So that is important too. And last but not the least, we also collaborate and meet quite often. We have our CDTO, Chief Digital and Technology Officer, fosters this sharing culture, right? Our tech leaders will meet during Thursdays for the breakfast, and then we also share all the AI innovation projects during the technology weekly meets and all that, right? So that informal forums also help. So all in all, I think it's both your formal education to your tech team, and then the citizen developer program to your operations and users. And these informal forums could able to foster that, the AI culture or data-driven culture in the organization. This is actually my second year associating with eTail Asia. In fact, so I've participated in such forums in Singapore, last year in Sydney. So my experience is this is the forum where all the like-minded people meet, all your retail subject matter expertise, share and exchange valuable insights one among others, right? Which you wouldn't get in a similar forums as eTail Asia, correct? And then on top of that, it also acts as a very strong networking platform, correct? Wherein I'm sure you would end up meeting some friends. So, and then at the same time, some could eventually become your business partners and then help you transform your business and then be part of your transformation journey. So, so that networking piece is also very interesting, right? And on top of that, the whole the sharing and knowledge on the stages across the panels provides that insightful and then gives you a good view on what's happening across the industry. Gives you that keeps you on track with the current trends and then innovation that is happening in the market. And then quote unquote, it helps you grow and then as a professional in this retail world, right, which is very challenging and then dynamic and ever changing. This helps us to catch that ecosystem faster and keep us stay within the ecosystem in tandem with the changes that are happening outside. So to me, it's a very good experience. I would strongly recommend all my young retailers, no matter if you're in operations or tech, in various streams of industries, should come and participate in such events. And then I'm sure you'll be also able to upskill your knowledge, not just the tech, but also all the innovation that is happening in the industry.